Is Baby Yoda an Order 66 survivor? We know The Mandalorian takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi, and that Baby Yoda is 50 years old in The Mandalorian. So, how old would that make him during the events of Revenge of the Sith? Well, he would be 45 when the Empire fell in Return of the Jedi. He would be 41 in Zero BBY, which is, zero before the Battle of Yavin, which takes place in episode 4. So he would be 41 in that episode, A New Hope. He'd be 22 in Revenge of the Sith. So if we look at Baby Yoda and our general understanding of a toddler, maybe he's like 3 or 4 years old in terms of how he would compare to other children. That would make him maybe 1.5-ish during Revenge of the Sith. That being said, I don't really like trying to compare him to our general understanding of a 0 to, say, 100-year lifespan, because he seems rather advanced, I guess you could say, for a toddler. And even though he ages slowly, after 50 years of consciousness, even though we don't know how their brains develop, Yoda's species, he's probably got, a little maturity under his belt. Then again, he's still very kid-like. Now, anyway, with that out of the way, he would have been, even more of a little baby during Revenge of the Sith. That's true. But we know that the Jedi Order recruited Force-sensitive individuals at a very young age, when they're babies. So if the child had been around for like 22 years in Revenge of the Sith, I think it's safe to say that they may have found him by then. And when we see how powerful he is in The Mandalorian, while it's possible that he hasn't had any training and his use of the Force is something he's discovered on his own, it's also possible that Yoda himself began some lessons with this child. So if he was at the Jedi Temple during the events of Revenge of the Sith, then that means he's an Order 66 survivor. So who saved him? Did he escape himself? But eventually someone would have had to pick him up. So I'd imagine that, when the Jedi Purge occurred on the temple and elsewhere, I would imagine that there were some Jedi who saw to it that as many younglings as possible were evacuated from the temple, but we know that some weren't that lucky. Anyway, with that being said, with Baby Yoda being a Force-sensitive being, and us knowing that he was alive during the events of Order 66, this is something that I think they should touch on eventually. And I'm excited to see what they have in store for the history of his character as well as the future of his character. So let me know your thoughts and theories on this down in the comments below. Do you think that we'll get some information on this soon? Are you interested in knowing the history of this character? I think it's safe to say we all are, but I'm okay with it being a mystery for now as well. And also, I'm wondering, do you guys think we'll eventually see the Baby Yoda character go on, for I don't know, the next 30, 40, 50 years of Star Wars? Maybe we'll see his character be like a young Jedi. Then again, 50 years from now, he'll still be kid-like. If we understand the aging correctly, he'll still be kid-like. So they would have to do a big jump in the Star Wars timeline if they want to do it soon, because 50 years from now, if they wait literally 50 years from now to make a movie about Baby Yoda, he would still be a kid, which that's not something they would do. They take big time jumps all the time. Between the prequels and the original trilogy is 19 years. Between the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy, it's like 30 years. So maybe they do a 200-300 year time skip and we see like a teenage young adult Baby Yoda. I think that would be really cool. But let me know your thoughts and theories on that down in the comments below. If you're new here, please do feel free to subscribe, join our Bell Squadron so you don't miss a thing. My name's Colton. See you next time.